Hello everyone and welcome. It's Hugh here at Loxon and I'm here today with another one of our config challenges. So as always, we are currently running a config challenge per day to test your metal and see how you get on with a use case within Loxon. So if I just go ahead and share my screen with you so that you can see what we're going to be doing today. Here we go. So as always with our config challenges, you can find all of them at this page here, loxon.com/enen/id/daily-config-challenge. And on this page, you have the links to join our live webinars. So please do join us live. We have a nice little chat before and after. So if you have any questions for me, you can always ping them over to me before and after we get started with the video. We have a Q&A at 1 p.m, which is just an open forum for you to ask any questions you might have, either about the challenge or just in general. And then we have the solution at 5 p.m. On this page, you will also see all of our previous challenges. And this link here will take you to a page that has the brief of the challenge, the morning video, the solution video, and also the finished config file. And you will also get a link to our most recent challenge. And so this is going to be our challenge for today. So what we have today is Teenagers Night Mode. So our user story. As a parent of teenage children, I'm finding more and more that I go to bed before my children. When they were small, night mode in our house worked great since I could triple click on the touch switch in my bedroom when I went to bed to ensure all the lights were off and the alarm was armed in the house. However, I am now not using night mode since I keep switching the lights off on my children and had the alarm go off several times when they opened the window. That's because they were staying up late, far later than I was, and I was turning the house off on them. And so I want a night mode that is appropriate for a house where I am not always the last person to go to bed. So I want to be able to easily disable the motion sensor in my bedroom when I go to bed and have my own bedroom and ensuite behave as if it was night, but leave the rest of the house unaffected. On the last person who goes to bed, I want all the lights to be turned off and the alarm to be armed, etc., etc. So our details. I want each person to have their own night mode that changes how their own bedroom and ensuite behaves. So these personal night modes should not interfere with other people in the house that are still up. When the last person goes to bed in the house, it should go into a house-wide night mode that turns off all of the lights in the house and arms the alarms and does all of our normal night mode functions. In the morning, the reverse should happen. So the first person's alarm clock should disable the house-wide night mode, but leave anyone that is still in bed to enjoy their lie-in. And then as a little extra challenge, thinking about it a little bit more, there are some functions in the house that you may want to have disabled as soon as the first person goes to bed, other than the last person. For example, the doorbell. I hope that all makes sense. So just to reiterate, so now that we have a situation in the house where we have people who are all growing up enough to make their own decisions of when they want to go to bed, having a master bedroom that turns night mode on for the whole house doesn't work. So we want a function where a triple click in every bedroom only does night mode for that one bedroom. And then it's the last room to trigger into night mode, triggers the night mode for the whole house, which also arms the burglar alarm, etc., etc. Then in the reverse, the first person to wake up in the morning takes off the house night mode, but all of the bedrooms still in night mode, they get to remain in that mode. But then as a little bit extra, some things such as the doorbell, and think of any other things that might be applicable, you want the first person who goes to bed to stop them working. Now, what I would do if I was you is I would start with project planning and just leave the default project planning file in there, because that will give you a 3-bedroom house. And you can then use that to go on from that point with. Brilliant. Thank you all for joining. Please join me at 1 p.m. for the Q&A if you're joining me live, and for 5 p.m. for the solution. Otherwise, I look forward to seeing you again next time. I hope you're enjoying these videos. Thank you and goodbye.